So I was gonna do this whole joke where I was all like, man, I'm pretty sure these two titles are backwards. But then I realized, by the time you're seeing this, more than likely every other critic on YouTube has already made that joke, so we're gonna try to keep this review fresh and original. Okay, that's not true. I just love making fun of the fact that my YouTube channel is small.
Captain Howard's being framed.
What the hell?
He's texting us from the other side.
No, he's not, Marcus.
If you're seeing this, I'm probably dead. Fuck! Fuckers! Fuck them all!
Bad Boys Ride or Die comes to us 4 years after the previous film, which was one of two big hit movies back in 2020. At least, in America domestically. After their late captain is framed, Bad Boys Mike Laurie and Marcus Burnett try to clear his name, only to end up on the run themselves. Also, fair warning, if you hear a weird buzzing noise in the background, I don't know if you can, I think it's like a fly on my wall or something, and it's really starting to get on my nerves. So when it comes to the other Bad Boys films, they're just really entertaining action movies, and that's really all they need to be. But in my opinion, Bad Boys for Life was definitely the best of the franchise, and that's mostly because it's the one with the most stakes, and I like how they dove deeper into Will Smith's character, but also at the same time, I don't remember most of that movie. Honestly, it wasn't until I saw the trailer for this newest one that I had to remind myself, oh yeah, their captain did get shot in the last one, didn't he? And when I saw the trailer for Ride or Die, I was just like, okay, I guess we're doing this. I mean, I like Bad Boys, it's just I don't think we needed to make this a franchise, which honestly feels really weird to say. The Bad Boys franchise. The Bad Boys Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 2, or whatever the fuck you want to say. You know, I just want to say it. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos because, I just realized that I turned off the camera for a minute and didn't record like the last half of my video. So, round 2. I am going to murder that fucking fly! You know what? This is a Bad Boys review. Let's do it the right way. Come here, you little bastard! Well, the bad news is there's now 5 fucking holes in my ceiling. The good news is there's no good news. The fly's still fucking alive and it's buzzing in there. Why does God hate me? And it's funny to me that a year ago, I was reviewing Transformers Rise of the Beast, because in that review, what I said for that movie was, it was exactly what it needed to be. A fun, entertaining summer blockbuster. And that's basically the same scenario here. I had a lot of fun with Bad Boys 4, and it was exactly what it needed to be. A fun, 2-hour distraction to get your mind off things. But really, your enjoyment of this film is really going to depend on what you thought of the last film. If you liked Bad Boys for Life, it's more of the same stuff here that made that film work. If you didn't like Bad Boys for Life, then you're obviously not going to get into this one. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence still work great off of each other after all these years, and despite them just playing these characters, it really does feel like they've been through a lot together. But out of the two of them, it's definitely Martin Lawrence that steals every scene that he's in, and I think this is the best that he's been in any of these movies. His comedic timing was perfect, he constantly had me laughing throughout, and it's just funny how one of the big arcs in the movie is for him to get his hands on some junk food, especially Skittles or Doritos. Yes, there is a lot of Doritos product placement in this movie, and they focus in hard on those Doritos bags.
Hey, Reggie, did you eat my snacks?
No, sir.
You ate my snacks, didn't you? You need to get a job.
I'm a U.S. Marine, sir.
Well, then you need to deploy.
Now, Reggie, I don't think you were doing that right. What you should have done is raise the bag up, slowly put your hand into the bag, grab a chip, study the chip, and then eat it. That's how you do Doritos product placement. I'm going to murder that fly! Come here, you little bastard! Click like... And I thought the train was annoying. I'm not making this up. There seriously is like a fly or something in my walls and it's bothering the hell out of me. But back to the Doritos thing. Come on, guys. You're not the Garfield movie. You're better than that. but I guess you are from the same studio. The action was all around really good, and it made the movie a whole lot of fun to watch. Honestly, the best action scene comes from the character of Reggie, and it was pretty cool to see him finally do something in one of these films. It even got to the point where he scared the crap out of Marcus and Mike later on. I also really like this thing they did with the camera work during the action scenes, where someone might be throwing something in the air like a gun or a can of helium, and we would follow that thing from that person to the next, and it was really cool to watch. I like how there's some things that happened in the third film that they actually acknowledged here, and they didn't just forget about like other movies. In this case, it's the fact that Mike had a son in the last movie. They could have just had a scene where they visit him in prison for some information, but he's actually in a majority of the movie, and he plays an important role. There's really only a few small issues I have with the movie, and they're very minor ones. The movie doesn't exactly have pacing issues in any way, but for me, it did feel longer than an hour and 55 minutes. There's this cameo halfway through the movie, and it's a great cameo, but they kind of spoiled it in the opening credits, and it's like, what the hell? This person's only in the movie for like a minute. So it's like, what the hell was the point of putting him in the opening credits? What was it, like Snoop Dogg Cat, where you're like, we got this person, might as well credit them. It was also a little distracting how this film and the last film almost start off the exact same, with Mike and Marcus rushing to somewhere important, and something happens to one of them in the beginning that ends up with them in the hospital. And I just want to point out how in the climax, there's one part where they point out how they're at this place, and it's like, damn, it's kind of like redneck Jurassic Park in here. Now, that was funny, but it was kind of distracting how the building that they were fighting in almost looked exactly the same as the building from the end of Jurassic Park. All you needed was a banner falling on a gator, and the whole thing would have been the same. Bad Boys 4 isn't one that's going to make anyone's top of the year list, nor best of summer list, but even then, this is still a really entertaining movie that I think works best as a crowd pleaser. If you like the other Bad Boys films, especially Bad Boys for Life, then you're of course going to enjoy this one. This isn't a movie that's made to change your life or inspire you in any way, it's just one you can go to the theater and have fun with for 2 hours, which sounds great to me. Best way I could put it, it's this year's Rise of the Beast. It was enjoyable for what it was. I'm going to give Bad Boys Ride or Die a B. But hey, I'll take a movie like this any day, because movies like this are usually the easiest to write reviews on. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, turn on the notification bell, and I'll be back next week with Inside Out 2. And I'll see you then.